Hi, this is Steve. We're going to take a look at my National Dog Agility League 2016 March 50 foot by 50 foot international course. I'm going to do a quick walk through the course on the diagram, and then I've also got some video of Flyer and me giving it a try on a kind of a cold and slippery day. So on the course here, if we take a look at the most straightforward dog path from 1, 2, 3, really can set it up as an arc through here. You do have to be a little concerned. I think most people are going to really take this as a dog on right, so the blue lines are handler. Just got to be a little careful that if, as a handler, you step in here very much, then your dog's path is going to look hard at the tunnel. Because especially if you think about it as the dog is coming over 2 here, especially if the handler is slightly ahead, it's not as clear. They may not even see jump 3 very clearly. So the key is keep the connection as usual. I like to have the dog pull around this way and into 4, but there's nothing that says you couldn't even run out and cross or lead or have a full lead out to this spot here and then push to the backside, so the dog's path would effectively look like this and in. Just depends, how your dog likes the line as it goes to 1 to 4. From there, it really is pretty straightforward for the dog. It's 4, 5, 6. If the handler shows a lot of motion in through here, you could actually get the dog extending a little longer than you wanted out of 5 on the way to 6. But I think most folks it won't be a problem. And this is a nice situation if you aren't the fastest handler or the most mobile handler. It is pretty straightforward for the dog. They're going to see coming out of 4, they're going to see 5. A little bit of forward motion and you'll be able to get the dog in the tunnel. So as a handler, I think you could come in here and you wouldn't even need to go much past that position. The dog comes out and it's, if you look at what the dog's path is going to look like, it may be you're going to need to push on the dog's line a little bit to make sure they get over 7 cleanly, and then they're over 7 and it's just right back into the tunnel. The key for the next sequence here is the dog has already just seen tunnel, so you don't want to have the handler show too much motion this way, or you will be supporting that off-course tunnel. So instead, I think the handler really wants to come in, just support the tunnel, and get in position for 9 so that the dog comes out of 9 and is just presented easily with the backside. So the dog won't even know as much of a backside. Given that, this really looks a lot like a serpentine from the dog's perspective, right? So it's 8, 9, 10. That's just a serpentine with a tunnel jump. And as a handler, you can just stay right in the middle of that whole thing. Get ahead. I would get ahead so I could drop my left shoulder coming over 9, pick my dog up on my left, and just move forward. And then it's really pivot around to get 10 to 11. And from here, it's really a classic serpentine. Once the dog's over 11, it's 11, 12, 13, 14. Nice serp, and the handling for that is I would come in, I'm front crossing, and then just pull the dog around through the serpentine. So that's pretty straightforward. Here we're faced with the tunnel again as the dog comes out of 14. There, just make some reconnect with the dog, of course, because your other option is the of course. It is a backside coming out of 14, so I think my approach for handling this is really pushing, and then as a handler I come in, support the backside, so drive towards the wing, and then come over and front cross and pick the dog up. So the dog's path comes out, comes over. I've now got dog, I'm up here, so I have dog on left, and then I want to treat the next section, it's a throttle, right? So I come in 16, 17, classic throttle shape. I'm worried if I show too much as a handler, if I show much rotation this way, it's going to be very easy to send the dog 16 to the backside of 17. So I would be looking at a Ketchka or a Yako probably here, so that the dog really knows we're just coming back to the front side. You can do it as a forward send as well. You just don't want to, as a handler, be moving in this direction until the dog has come back across the plane of the obstacles, right? We don't want the dog. We want the dog to cross this plane before you turn back towards 17. Cool. So there we go, 17, and there from there it's really just off to the races. Just take the dog around, because once it's over 17, it's once again we're back on serpentine land, and just run to the end. So I thought this was a fun, fast little sequence, and let's see how Flyer and I did on that when we ran it kind of just above freezing, kind of wet day here. So I decelled, so Flyer didn't see the off-course tunnel. I got in a little deeper than I needed to, but I made sure I was up ahead so I could push to the red out there. I'm supporting the backside, but I want to get ahead so I can treat it as a serpentine. Front cross, another serpentine as we come through. In position, push to front cross. Looks like I did a Yako there. And then make sure you support the backside of that one. You can see I almost didn't support it enough. So I thought that was a lot of fun. Flyer really enjoyed it, and I hope you all enjoy it when you run it. Thanks!